Hey beautiful souls, it's time for another Pick a Card reading with Brett Zen for What's Up Wednesdays. And in this video, we're going to be looking into the energy around this new moon in Libra that's also a solar eclipse that's happening on October 14th. And what is important to know about solar eclipses is they can impact us for up to 6 months. So we're going to be diving into some different areas that Libra energy actually rules over to see over this next 6 months what can be the impact, what new chapter is beginning, because solar eclipses and new moons are about new things being planted, new things coming forward, right? There's been ending of chapters, and this is the new beginning of new chapters. And with Libra energy, we're going to talk about people, careers, physical world, our minds, and our bodies. You're going to have a choice between 5 different readings, and these are all here. All the timestamps will be listed in the description box down below. So you can jump to whichever one you choose. But also, if you want to check out my Moon Day Monday that came out this week, there's also a lot of information about the 10 new moon wishes that you can do and how to make the most of that. That will be linked at the end of this video here, the Moon Day Monday playlist. So be sure to check that out there. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's some things that you can do to make sure that you are able to do that. First is give this video a little like if you enjoy the content. That tells me that you're enjoying the video, but it also tells YouTube, and it'll bring other information to you as well. The other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell, and if you click on that, that will give you the opportunity to click the all, which you'll get notified when any new content comes out on this channel, and you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I currently go live every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and also on Friday and Saturday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I also currently am offering YouTube memberships. I have 2 levels. The one is the Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month. And then I also have a Praying Mantis level at $7.99 a month, which for that, in addition to doing my free live readings, I go on after those free readings and have special sessions for my Praying Mantis members where we draw cards. I also have a Thursday night Q&A with them from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, where we pull cards, we talk about things of spirit, I answer questions about my life, we do past life readings, all sorts of fun stuff. And then also you have advanced access to my Moon Day Mondays, my Tuesday Take 10 with Zen, and my What's Up Wednesday with my Pick a Cards. I record those a week in advance, and so like this one, you would have a week in advance as well. So if you're interested in all that information is listed down in the description box of the video below. All right, so enough of all that information. Let's jump into the readings. Again, you have a choice between any of these 5. You can pick from as many of them as you would like. I do have timestamps for each of them listed in the description box below, so you can jump forward if you wish to do so. Otherwise, we're going to start with number 1 right now. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off here with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this is all about people. You know, romance, new friends, partnerships, our interactions with other humans, and what is going to be impacted, what new chapter over the next 6 months regarding that. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants us to know here. All right, so what would you like? All those. All right off the bat here. It's the top one here. And let's see what we have here. Oh, we've got acceptance. Look at the hands. I like that. Card number 4. We'll put that right here. There we go. And let's see what we've got going on here. So acceptance of a current situation is the first step to change. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened. There's only right now. Little affirmation for the card is I accept where I am and who I am right now. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth-telling, we're often confronted with what really is. This realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth if it is too hard to bear or we're afraid of accepting something so difficult. Each of us at some time has dodged our blind spots and then had the illumination of what actually is eventually confront us. What we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting, or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Choosing to accept ourselves fully and the position we are in enables us to take the next step towards growth. When we can plant our feet solidly into the earth and say, yes, here is exactly where I am, and I accept this fully, then we can take the next step confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we now wish to head. Accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to also accept that there may be some chaos in our change before there is full order again. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. Companion stone for this is lapidolite. So it feels like, and this is more than just romance, it's friendships, family, whatever. We can be love is blind. We can have this illusion of kind of falling for or seeing the potential instead of the reality. Because sometimes even if someone's capable of something, doesn't mean they're going to do it, right? So believing and seeing the reality of, okay, I'm accepting what the relationship really is, taking off the blinders, and then determining, is it still worth being in this partnership, friendship, romance, or is it time for something new? We'll take a look here. We'll dive more, of course, and we're going to look into this Moonology deck. I've got 3 moon decks here. That was the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and let's take a look here. See what else I'd like to add on to this clarity of what the relationship really is, and seeing what decision we want to make with that. All right, this is the one right here. Yeah, don't let pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. So some positive, fiery moon energy coming in here. And let's see what that will bring in here for you. So have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. And this card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. So what is for the best, right? If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance, Libra energy, between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all your relationships. Well, here we go. We're talking about relationships. So to attune to this moon energy, be magnificent without being plain too much. The additional meaning in this card is self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed, so works of magic, and a friendship may be ending now. Uh-oh. The teaching that you learn from this moon, when the full moon comes into Leo, it can be wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. That's the upside of this lunation and of this card, no matter when it comes around. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of the people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride. So, going, well, I've been with them this long. We've been doing, whether it's friendship, family, what other people think, sacrificing your own needs for others. So there is this, realization, this, ending that can happen. But it's important, this Leo in the major arcana of the tarot is, Leo energy, and the sun rules over Leo. But it's about shining light on every area of your life, even the cobwebs. So it'll show you things. It's going to show you the clarity. The illusion is falling away, because even in the shadows, the bright light is being shown during this time. And then you can see that, and then you can decide what you want to do with that too. All right. And then we have the Moonology, another deck by the Moonology, Yasmin Boland, but these are the Manifestation Moonology oracles. So let's see what else they want to add in here. All right. Yeah, make time for self-love. Look, Libra energy. So here's the Libra moon making itself known for this balancing that you can do to make the most of your the energies of this solar eclipse. And even though this is the last quarter moon, it's that moon, Libra moon energy. So have you been trying to please all of the people all of the time when you're not quite happy yourself? I think we have a message here, right? There's a difference between wanting to live positively and spiritually bypassing when you refuse to acknowledge your feelings. You can't fool the universe, so pretending to be happy when you're sad will get you nowhere. Rather, you need to deal with your feelings. That's the only way. If you're people pleasing, then you can stop. Think about what's going on and why you're doing it. If you're in an unbalanced relationship, it's time to address the situation, right? The manifesting mix for this is, while it's lovely to do things nicely, they also need to be done well, so be sincere. The manifesting mindset is the way to get in the manifesting zone of this energy is to work through all your stuff. Once you've done that, you become a clear signal for your desires, right? Mixed signals of, well, I should do all this, but I really want this for me, but I'll sacrifice, right? That pride of letting go of things, of ending relationships. I don't want to be the one that ends something. What will people say? It's like, well, I need to do what I need to do for me. To make the most of this manifesting energy, these crystals work especially well for the sign of Libra. Pyrite, blue kyanite, green turquoise, red tiger's eye, pink mangano calcite, or sunstone. So choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a pure violet light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by you as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 to make a crystal grid. Your manifestation affirmation: harmony surrounds me. I am on my path. Yeah. So definitely there is this message here around relationships of, the out of balanceness where you're giving more than you are getting back. You're self-sacrificing, and it's time for you to give yourself the love, bring things into balance, and then to decide, clear this illusion away from your minds, right? So let's take a look here, because this is all about love, because it can be romantic love, family love, friendship, best friend love, even love of coworkers. It's a different type of love for all of that. This is the Journey of Love deck, and we'll see what else they want to add in here. So let's take a look. What else would they like you to know? All right. It's that one right here. And you've got the Blood Dance, card number 42. Beautiful card there. Put that right here, and let's see what this brings in here for you. So the heart craves life, and the blood responds. In relationship to each other, life happens. the desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the center and pushing away, far away to the extremities. It is the cycle of relationship, dancing between self and the other, into oneness and into individuality. Yep, it's all this balance, right? So it is with human beings in relationship with each other, and with human beings and the divine essence. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close, it's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. Then we journey far, bringing our nourishment to where it is needed, to those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if very brave, dare to love completely. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center, then, craving that feeling of being at home, soon enough we're called back to the core of the divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you are always in this dance of life. You are never apart from the divine. It is just that sometimes in our natural flow, it's easier to feel that divine presence than other times. Yet you are always the blood connected to the heart. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is. If you're experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection or intuition, be reassured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon all connections shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you've been journeying in life and fear that you've lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. Wow, I love that. So definitely, this is all about balancing and cycles and understanding, that there's this energy of, we're drawn outside of ourselves to trying to find our love, and we pull back to find our self-love. Self-love is the core of the love that we're really looking for, right? We're also going to look from these Dream Raven Tarot and pull some tarot, see what else Spirit would like you to know. All right. So what else regarding these relationships and this balancing? All right. All right. And then we've got that one here and that one here. And we've got these two. I feel like these, okay, you've got two over here. I feel like these are the unknown, like what's going on below the surface of these that you need to know as well. So you got over here, Ten of Wands. 10 of Wands can be like a burden card. It's like endings and new beginnings. Where have you been investing all of your energy? Where have you been investing all that effort, right? And you're realizing that you're evaluating and analyzing where you are investing that energy and where you want to reroute it. There's a lot of times we're investing energy out into a black hole, and that's where that balancing comes in, bringing that energy back to ourselves. Sometimes we're always giving like 80% into a relationship, and really if we just bring it back to 50-50, where we only give 50, if they don't make up that other 30 that's lost, then that relationship or friendship or whatever may just drift away, and that's okay. You don't even have to go from 80 to 0 if you just kind of start stepping back, little steps, and you realize, well, they're never going to give me more. I'm always going to be overgiving. You evaluate, is that the relationship I really want? And you funnel a lot of that energy back to yourself. And for new relationships that could come in. Yeah, here's the Ace of Wands. So that's the ending and the new beginning. You're finding a new passion. You're finding and putting this energy into things that are even more in tune with where you're wanting to head. Let's see what's below the surface over here. Yeah, you got the Four of Cups. and the Seven of Cups. So this is the Four of Cups, these are the cups of the outside world, and here's that self-love coming in. Seven of Cups is all that emotional confusion, which definitely is all bubbling below the surface, and they're showing you the stability that comes in when you realize how this out of balancedness of the relationships that are making themselves known, the out of balanced ones, that you're like, okay, I can find this stability and make it more equal with all of this Libra energy too. So what else we got here? Yeah, Five of Swords. Five of Swords represents mental conflict, but it can also be conflict in communication. And that'll be a big indicator for you too, because if you feel like you're always needing to defend your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, how you are wanting things, and there's not this compromise, not this, equal giving back and forth with each other, then it's like, well, what are we doing, right? Why am I in this if they're always needing everything their way, that they need it? I'm wrong and they're right, blah, 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 right? So I feel like that's what's going to help show the out of balancedness, because usually the Five of Swords will have an Ace of Swords in the middle and two swords on either side, that balancing scale kind of energy. And it just feels like seeing this self-love, seeing things from a higher perspective, allows you to see what is more in alignment for you and your needs, right? And what you deserve. And I like that for you. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is fast, furious passion. And so this is definitely the reevaluation of this energy. All this energy you're putting into maintaining this unbalanced relationship is energy going into the black hole, and this energy comes flooding back into you so fast. With just stepping back, relationships to where you're like, not going to give as much, where I'm the one always doing everything. I'm okay to step back, and you're like, wow, didn't realize how much I was giving so much. And then all this energy and all this that you deserve to give to yourself, this self-love, right? And then below the surface, Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is like the High Priestess, very intuitive. She co-rules over cups with the King, of course, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which makes them very intuitive, very able to dive deep into their own emotions. And I like all this emotional energy that's below the surface here, that you don't realize how much has been bubbling down below the surface here, and now it is making itself known, and it's allowing you to see, wow, I really do have all this emotional energy. I didn't realize all of this that I was picking up was so much of their energy and not my own. And if you are hugely empathic, which a lot of you that watch these are, I have a Take 10 with Zen series, which is also, the playlist is at the end of this video. I think it's in the description box of the video too. But I think it's around probably episode 9 or so. Talks about the empathic bubble and also the true gift of the empathic. So, check that out if that resonates for you. This coming in here, I'm sensing that a lot of you feel so much of these people's emotions, that it makes us see the potential, like we talked about in the beginning, rather than the reality. But trust who someone shows you who they are, because there's no guarantee they're going to live up to that potential that you sense within them. So I like this. All right. And this will impact you for the next 6 months. So you can kind of keep an eye on the journey and understand what balancing can be done. But that energy is available for you to help you do that. All right. And just remember, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your journey, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. If you're enjoying these videos, just make sure to give it a thumbs up to let me know that. And until I talk with you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And this is all about career, but more like sharing your life passion. How are you expressing that huge heart of yours into the world? And this is what this is going to be looking like over the next 6 months. We're going to start off with these Queen of the Moon Oracle and see what they want you to know about this life passion of yours. Let's see what we've got coming in here. Right, they do want this top one right here. And you've got nourishment. Yeah, look at that. Card number 7. Beautiful card. Here's the new moon with all this waterfall coming off of it here. So we'll put this right here. Let's see what that brings in here for you. And it says, choose to nourish your mind, your body, and spirit. Feed your values. And when you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. So pay attention to your health. The affirmation for the card is, I choose to nourish myself. Says all of us have a set of values that are as individual as our fingerprints, and sometimes we aren't sure what they might be if asked, but unconsciously we know. How do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, we rebel. We get angry, sad, depressed, irritable, or stuck, or we take the chaotic choice in our decision making. And commonly, our relationships and life are not harmonious. An example of this might be someone who has a strong value of honesty being asked to manipulate the truth every day in a sales job, or someone who highly values peace surrounded by loud, drama-filled people who are just the opposite of peaceful. Meeting our values and living by them is a sure way to nourish our being. We feel more complete and fulfilled if we're able to do that. Additionally, it probably isn't an exaggeration to say that the Western world is obsessed by food for the wrong reasons. Food is often used as pain relief, with many people overeating due to anxiety or pain. Food becomes a diversion rather than something that is nourishing or even simply enjoyable. Learning to nourish bodies purely, to give them what they really need, is a key to mental and physical health. The companion stone for this is emerald. So I like that. Very much it feels like this is a message to nourish your dreams. And sometimes we can feel like we're existing rather than living, and I feel like this is where this is taking us. We will, of course, dive deeper. We have these Moonology Oracle. If I didn't mention, this is Queen of the Moon Oracle. And let's take a look and see what else they want to add in here about living your dreams and not just existing. Let's see what we have here. Nourishing your dreams. All right, this is the one right here. Okay, I thought there was 2 there. All right. Conclusions are within reach. You have the full moon eclipse here. So we've got a full moon eclipse coming up here in a couple weeks. So we've got the solar eclipse, and then with the new moon, and then we have a full moon eclipse that's happening 2 weeks from now. So I feel like they're preparing you for this awareness that's coming in here, so that you can make this leap into this new type of living. Like I said, instead of just feeling like you're stuck, as it mentioned, and that you're just existing. So the full moon eclipse says, and just like that, boom, a door slams shut. So if you pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it may be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make it right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. And I feel like this is more about your life lesson, your life purpose, than it is a specific individual. But it could be part of it, because the energy can start flowing, especially if it's someone who was on you all of your life, that you were supposed to be this and should do this and need to and have to, must, all these constricting, kind of like a cage of how you're supposed to express your life. And it's forgiving them and letting them go, going, they were just doing what they was done to them, or out of love, out of fear, like you wanted to be an artist and they're like, be realistic, and be a business person. You can always do that as a hobby. It's like forgiving them for their influence and realizing you're the one that gets to choose. To attune to this full moon eclipse energy, that which is meant for me will not pass me by. And so the fear of not going for your dreams because you fear failure, if it's for you and it's in your heart of what you want to do, it won't pass you by. You will consistently get up and head in that direction, learning along the way. The additional meaning for this card is doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's also time for you to get back on track, or get on track with living your dream. Forgiveness will set you free from karma. Meditation, I'm going to totally mispronounce this, pranayama and yoga nidra are all recommended. And then seed control and let events unfold. The full moon, the teaching that you get from this full moon eclipse, full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. So a full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of the fact. So full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness, right? Work with your fears, whatever you feel here. But I definitely feel like this is the nourishment. It's letting go of what doesn't serve this dream come true, right? This clarity, this movement, this obstacle is cleared and allows you to move forward. You're nourishing your dream instead of holding it back. We also have another Moonology deck, but this is the manifestation from the Moonology. So we'll see what else they want to add in here for you. Whoa. All right. I guess this is it. Wow. Came flying out. It's like, no, you don't need to shuffle. Reveal what needs to be seen. Here we go. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. So some deep, deep energy there. And let's see what comes in here with that. So last quarter moon, it's Virgo, Libra, here Scorpio. So there are some things that people just don't like to talk about. Drawing this card suggests that there's an issue or situation in your life now that may not be easy to air, or perhaps you feel that you shouldn't air it, and that's fine. Now is the time for you to reveal only what you want to be seen. So don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Some matters require discretion. The less codependent you are, the best chance you have of getting what you want. The manifesting mix here, there are two forces at play and neither wants to budge. Strong is good, but stubborn is a problem. So, you've got the fears of wanting to continue to exist. But the other one, like the high heart wants to live, wants to step forward. And there's this battle going on in your heart in your mind. Your mind is telling you the supposed to's, and your heart is saying the I want to's, right? And there is this manifesting mindset that you can have. It says, when you no longer feel the need to tell everyone what you're manifesting, you're ready to start manifesting. And these crystals work especially well for the sign of Scorpio, which is grossular garnet, pyrite, peridot, lepidolite, azurite, or black obsidian. Choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a luminous aquamarine light swirling around you. Alternatively, keep your crystal close by you as you work through this situation, or use 5 or 6 of those to make a grid. The manifestation affirmation is, I know that dramas now are healing crises. So that's kind of this, you can start planning to make changes and start looking into what your dream is and start making lists and steps and, the big steps you need to take and then the little steps you can take in between to make you go there. And then you can start taking the little steps. You don't have to make a big announcement, because that kind of adds to our fear of, hey, everybody, I'm going to go live my dream now. And then you're afraid to fail. And then you go into fear and then you fail because you've been investing all this energy in failing instead of your dream. And so they're like, don't worry about telling everyone, just live your dream, start taking steps towards it. But I do feel here within these 2 weeks, there is this significant change that you're looking at making, and this alters your path. And I like that. We're also going to pull here from the Enchanted Map to give you some guidance on this path, some additional guidance. And then we'll pull some tarot. All right. So what else regarding this life purpose? Okay. Oh, wow. Can't make it up. So you got the 7 nourishment, you got the 7 into the unknown. How perfect is that? I think even from what I remember, if I remember this card correctly, it's all about that. Trust and all will be revealed. Life is an adventure, and often new opportunities will arise that you won't know how to deal with. And this is one of those times. You're required to trust that this new phase will reveal wonders and miracles as you step into unknown territory. Imagine that you are not only a pathfinder, but a path maker. Whatever your inquiry, trust that you'll be safe. Stay aware as you discover new and marvelous territories and valuable treasures. So I like that. So you definitely have this movement forward indicated here, endings and beginnings, this unknown, and it's okay. You don't have to have everything figured out. Like I said, the next big steps you need to take, plan the little ones to get you to the first step and just start taking baby steps. You might alter course a little bit here and there as things unfold, but I love that for you. All right. And then we're going to pull here from the Dream Raven Tarot and see what else they have here for you. All right. All right. So this is over here. This is over here. This is up here. This is over here. Then you have, you got 2 over here. All right. And these 2. 3 over here. These are the stuff that's below the surface that you need to know around these situations here. So this first one here, 8 of Cups. And here we go with leaving behind the emotions, the relationships, whatever that no longer serve, that allows you to move towards wish fulfillment, dreams come true. So it's okay to leave behind those emotions and those even relationships that are tying you to existing, whether that is a relationship with a job, a relationship with a person, or whatever it may be. It's like, it's okay, because you're taking steps to move towards your dream, wish come true. 9 of Cups, that comes after this, which is usually someone's walking away. That's where they're headed for that. And so I like that, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're headed off to live your dream. And here's the 5 of Cups too. Letting go of the old feelings of failure, the old feelings, those lower vibrational emotions that you had, realizing that with this 2 of Cups, that you're the one that gets to choose how you feel about any situation. One of our fears about living our dreams is, what is everyone else going to think? What is everyone else going to feel? How's it going to impact me? I'm going to get rejected. I'm going to get, failure and lose all the conditional love in my life, and people are going to hate me. It's like, no, everyone gets to choose their own story they put to any situation, the emotion they feel as they go through it, the energy you put forward with your intention and energy, and the physical actions you take. you try to control others, you feel out of control. This is about you stepping into knowing that whatever unfolds, you get to choose what it means and how you feel and everything else. So it doesn't have to be failure. It can be a learning opportunity. And then you get up and you continue towards your dream, right? So I like that. Let's see what's below the surface here. Yeah, here's that Five of Swords, which is the battling between your heart and your mind. Your heart wants to do things, live and head towards your dream, and your mind is like, no, we can't. All these fears, the conflict that we feel would come in with others too. But the Page of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective. That allows you to cut away and balance this with that Libra energy. It allows you to balance your thinking and your mentality. So this allows movement and transformation towards your dream too. I like that. And then you have the Hierophant. Yep, here we go. Hierophant is this invitation from your higher self to see things from this higher perspective, which is, who are you truly? What do you truly want in this world? Where do you want to be with? How do you want to, move forward? So it's connecting from a much higher point, like your high heart, like we've been talking about. So this invitation from your higher self to go, it's been fun doing what the mind wanted and out of fear of rejection and what people will think. But now it's time to really get in tune with what your true north is, what you truly want to do, and express that unconditional love in your heart in its own unique way. Three of Pentacles. Being true to your authentic self. Can't make that up as I'm saying it, right? So I love that, because this is the Three of Pentacles is usually someone creating something beautiful, and there's two people, and one of them represents like the person, the naysayer, that will always, there's nothing that you can do that's good enough, right? They're always going to find something that you could have or should have done, right? And then there's the people we really care about. Those we're like aware of, they're very obvious. We even have them, don't even allow them in our home. Whereas the other is the supporter, someone who's always like so proud and supportive, and we're afraid to lose their praise, that they'll join the naysayer camp. So they're more apt to draw us off our path. But this is this nudge from Spirit to be true to your authentic self. What's your true authentic dream? And you get to head off and do that. Let's see what's below the surface on here. Yep, we got the Queen of Wands and the Moon and the Emperor. Wow, yeah. So very powerful energies. We'll talk about these two first, because the Emperor is this Aries energy of stepping forward, of a lot of people yapping in their advice on what they should do and supposed to do and need to do with, the empire. But here's that Ace of Swords too, which is they release everyone and tell everyone they can leave the throne room, and that they are going to decide who and what, and everything, like with the Hierophant here. I decide. I am moving forward. I'm putting the plans together and form around where I'm going to head. And the Queen of Wands, beautiful. She helps roll over the wands, action, fire energy. The King of Wands reminds me a lot of the Emperor, but this Emperor rolls over kings. So I really like this Queen of Wands, because she also has water, which allows her to connect to the higher realms, allows her to connect to a spirit. And usually they have like a black cat, which represents their connection to spirit too, and they're able to have these steps of connecting to the spirit world and moving forward and taking action, right? So I like all that energy coming in here. And then you have another major arcana with the Moon, which here we have the Moon, the full moon. I feel like the Moon has a lot to do with your energy and what you're doing here, like understanding the phases of the moon and this new beginning, this fruition that is coming in with that full moon energy is powerful. But I do a Moon Day Mondays that talks about all of that. I mentioned it in the beginning because this last one has all the new moon wishes in it. But really, I feel like such a big piece of nourishing your dreams is being aware of the phases and the planetary influences, that you can make steps in accordance with the moon energy that comes in. When it's a fire moon, you take action. When it's a air moon, you're really planning and communicating, looking at those things. Water moons are about expressing emotion. Earth energy is the groundedness. So you can really look into those and follow those, and that can help you in your path too. So I really like this for you. I'm excited for where you're going to head off on this dream, but get ready. This endings will be happening for you or initiated by you. Of course, this is a general reading, so it depends on where everyone's in their life, but sometimes things will be ended for us so that we are like, okay, it was I had fear of leaving this job and I really want to go live my dream, but I'm comfortable. But when that ends, then it's time to fly. And you're like, all right, I'm ready to go. Since you nudged me, I'm going to run with it, right? So I love this energy for you. And just know, as you're going through this beautiful adventure, that every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. And if you're enjoying the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up to let me and YouTube know that you are. And until I chat with you again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And this one is all about like the physical world. Libra rolls over like this desire to have pleasant surroundings and to have this beauty around us, but it also has to do with like legalities and justice as well. So it goes from beauty to chaos, right? But it does roll over that balancing of justice and legal, and that's kind of all the physical world stuff that's going on. So that's what this is going to be, and it'll cover like over this next 6 months. And so we're going to start off looking at the Queen of the Moon Oracle regarding those items of the physical world. Let's see what they want you to know. All right. Well, I guess this is your one right here. Making itself very well known. And you've got action, action, action. So definitely very clear message there. It's all about movement in the outside world. So where if you've been holding off on things, this is going to be a great time to put things into action, to move forward on things. It says the time has come to take action. Let go of your paralysis. Let go of your burdens. Step and do things step by step. The affirmation for the card, I am responsive and ready to take action. And it goes on to say sometimes we're afraid to move forward, and this is natural. Change can be difficult, and if we've been hurt or have failed before, we are anxious about what may happen if we instigate change. Maybe we think it's easier and safer to just tread some water for a while. Instead of taking joyful action toward the things we truly desire, such as the writing of a book, undertaking study, accepting a new job, or seeking a better relationship, we balk, we freeze, we do not take the steps we could, and so we remain stagnant, we don't grow. And this moon phase encourages us to embrace action. And action is a part of our humanity. We're not made to hide and refuse to blossom. Wow. The companion stone for this is rhodonite. I was thinking, have compassion on ourselves as we, don't judge yourself for having got into stagnancy, because we wanted to experience that, but we're ready to move forward. In the first two readings, number 1 and 2, which have to do with relationships with people and our dream and passion, living our dream passion career, was all about movement and changing things. So this is right in alignment with that too. So I like that. Let's see what else here. Of course, we're going to dive deeper. Moonology oracle cards here. And let's see what else they want you to know about this. Taking action in your outside world. What more would you like us to know about that, please? Okay. What else, please? All right. I do want this one right here. And we got have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent moon. So I like it. And all these purples too. So let's take a look here and see what we have here with the waxing crescent moon. So we definitely have, this energy of living your dreams that came over from reading number 2. So if you didn't listen to reading number 2, then definitely do that, because especially if you were thinking, maybe I want to or not, we'll definitely look at that here. All right. It says, don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. So whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. I like that. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. Yeah, absolutely. It's like if you don't have like a heck yeah or a heck no, then we're kind of like teetering between the two. And whenever that happens, it means we don't have enough information yet. Because as soon as you have enough information, boom, you know exactly what you want to do. So when we don't have enough information, we can then, like it says, ask Spirit for our assistance. They don't meddle in our life unless we have asked them to before we came down here around certain situations. But while we're down here, because they honor our free will and power of choice, they won't stick their nose in. Well, they'll stick their nose in, but they won't do things. They're going to allow us to make our choices, allow our free will and power of choice to come in. But if we ask them of our own free will to come in and meddle in our lives, give us information so we know which way to go, they definitely will. I love that. To tune into this energy, you have like this affirmation of, I am focused on what I want. Additional meanings for the card: just because you can't see your dreams doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events unfold, and dig a little deeper to find more courage. What we learn from this moon is it's the second moon phase in the 8 main moon phases. But even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon when we pull this card, it still suggests you can really pursue your dreams. And it's time to put your foot down hard as you chase your goals. I like it. Perfect. Really in alignment with number 2 reading. And we have this additional deck, another Moonology deck, but this one's called the Manifestation from the Moonology. Let's see what else they want you to know here. What else regarding their physical outside world and justice card and any legal things. All right. And you have Speak Your World into Being. Yeah. Gemini energy coming in here. First quarter moon in Gemini. So we'll put that here. And let's see what we have here. So think about what you want. Do you really believe you can create it? Do you believe you have what it takes, or do you secretly doubt yourself? Worse, are you quietly preparing for failure? Say it isn't so. Here's the thing, you can't fool the universe. Repeated affirmations that you don't believe are a waste of time. Believe in your magic. And if someone has spoken or written unkind words to you, counter them with kind words to yourself. Try it. Speak your world into being. Talk about it as though it's already happening. Because the manifesting mix for this says, here you're being asked to feel your way through a situation that's partly sacred and partly mundane. Be compassionate and clever. I mentioned in the beginning in the intro, I have Moon Day Mondays where I talk about the phases of the moon and other planetary things happening during the week. And I do talk about the 10 wishes that we can make for new moons. And I feel like this is also speaking that, because you write down these wishes and you speak them out loud and you feel them in your heart and you see them in your head. And I talk about that in that playlist will be listed at the end of the video and also in the description box down below. So you can check that out if you're interested, because I feel like that could help you with this manifesting of your dreams. The mindset that you can have around manifesting says, ask your soul to speak up. Listen to your heart and not your mind. Write lists of your goals. And to tune into your manifesting powers, the throat chakra is found at the base of the throat and is a beautiful sky blue color. It helps you to express yourself. What words are you speaking to yourself and others? Imagine yourself in a column of bright and breezy sky blue. Call in the Gemini constellation and say these words as you imagine this card pressed to the base of your throat. Energies of the first quarter moon in Gemini, thank you for helping me to raise my thoughts and sow my vibration. Wow, I love it. So very much this manifesting energy coming in. And then we're going to pull here from the Elemental Oracle and see what they'd like to add in here regarding your outside world, your surroundings, your even any legal things or justice. All right. Nope. They want this one right here. All right. And you got Pressure, card number 26. Beautiful card. We'll put that right here. And let's see what comes in here. It's about transformation, right? So you can view pressure as being negative, or you can see it as being a shaper, director, or positive influence. Find a happy medium where you can benefit and not be disadvantaged. Your word of power is, I'm going to murder it because it's in ancient Norse, Soemliger, Soemliger. So good luck with saying that. But it means becoming. And pressure is simply defined as how much something is pushing on something else, and is measured scientifically by the analysis of an applied force of a liquid or a gas. Atmospheric or barometric pressure is the pressure within the Earth's atmosphere. Blood pressure is how much pressure the force of the circulating blood is applying to the veins and arteries of the body. Pressure can be shaping influence, especially when applied to the Earth's crust and plates. We also find the liquid pressure of water important, especially when going deep into the ocean when diving. So the pressure of air exerts change on boiling points, thus at higher altitudes, the air pressure is different. Modern people often refer to the pressure their jobs, bosses, or life in general pose on them. Many people perform best under pressure, viewing it as a focusing force, while studies show a small amount of pressure can assist performance in a wide variety of fields. Emergency physicians, the military, and pilots train under higher than average pressure situations. However, there can be a point when too much pressure harms cognitive performance, when the pressure becomes overwhelming and it's impossible to focus clearly. Element of air, obviously, here. But we've got this, understanding that pressure is moving forward. Pressure is coming in. If you feel pressured, it's because the atmospheric pressure is changing, your life is changing, your outside world is changing, and the pressure that we're getting is for us. It's not happening to us. It's to nudge us, to guide us in the direction that's more in alignment with the path that we're wanting. So I love this. We're also going to pull here from the Dream Raven Tarot, and let's see what else they want to bring in here. All right. So what else do we have here? All right. So this is first here, and then this one here. What else? All right, obviously that one. What else? Okay. They do want that one there. And they do want this one here. And that one. And they wanted this one. And that one here. And these are just what's kind of below the surface of these situations here. So we'll start over here. Yeah, the Five of Swords conflict that's coming in here, right? Conflict of mind, conflict of heart. I think this came out even for reading number 2, which is the battling of the heart and mind. It might have come out in reading 1 too, but that is this ending of conflict, this going back and forth between what the mind is telling you you're supposed to do and what the heart is going, I want to do. And so it definitely is coming in here. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, this came out in the second reading too. So both of these here are all about, this is the Hierophant, it's the major arcana, invitation from your higher self to see things from a higher perspective, to see the capital T truth of who you want to be, what you truly want to do in your life, this having your dreams. And if you wake up in the morning going, I got to go live my dream today. That's not your dream. It's someone else's dream. How many times do you hit the snooze button? Well, when you're living your dream, you wake up early and excited about what you're going to do and how this is going to unfold. Yeah, and so you're realizing here with all of this clarity, with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords being odd numbers, this is about discovering what of your own thoughts and mindsets have cheated you out of opportunities, stolen opportunities from you, deceived you in the past. So we definitely have that energy coming in here that you're being freed from. And the King of Pentacles, you are in this beautiful journey of understanding your worth differently in relationship to the outside world. The King learns a lot as he's going through the entire suit of Pentacles. And there's this freedom that comes in here that's like, releasing your definition of yourself by the outside world, relationships, situations, and things, realizing they're all unstable, and you're finding your stability by the inward and upward search, which allows you to define yourself by the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, seeing things from this higher perspective, rather than feeling like you have to, do all this long list of things that you've been told in the outside world has to happen. And then over here, Seven of Wands. Be true to your authentic self in a way. This is stand your ground and not be afraid of being attacked by trying to live your dream, right? A lot of people, when you step out to live your dream and to pursue what you're wanting in your life and taking action in the outside world, they're like, why do you get to do it and I don't? Come back here and be miserable with the rest of us, because misery loves company. But I love that a response to that is, well, joy loves company too, and they throw better parties. So I'm choosing joy, pursuing what I love, and not feel like I have to dim myself, because this also is like the sun does not ask permission to shine. She just shines, and if people can't stand the heat, they can get into air conditioning, put on sunglasses, put on a big hat, sunscreen, whatever, but they do not dim their light. So it's about stepping forward. Yeah, and here's the Ace of Swords. So again, with this energy here, this is new thought, new belief, new mindset, new ideas, new ways of looking at things too, that come in when you are cutting away. The Ace of Swords actually allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm here, while at the same time it's double-edged, allows you to cut away those as well. Yep. So you got the Eight of Wands, which is fast-moving energy that returns to you. And so you're able to really step forward and start taking quick action that comes in here. And the Six of Pentacles is not to be afraid. You're going to have enough where you can even share with others. So, instead of investing energy in all these fears, you're investing energy in your dream, and that naturally brings an abundance for you. So I love all this energy coming in here. And I don't think I have anything else here, but as you're going throughout this journey, just remember that every second of every day of your life, you truly are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. And if you're enjoying the video and you enjoy the message, give it a thumbs up. That does tell me you're enjoying these free videos. And it tells YouTube that you are as well. And I'm excited for where you're headed with all this action. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 4, then this is the reading for you. And this one is all about the mind. Libra rules over balance and balancing even mental battles. So we're going to start and look at that. And this is what's going to be impacting you over the next 6 months. And we're going to look at the Queen of the Moon Oracle and see what they want you to know about your mental battles, your mental balancing, anything to do with the mind as well. So let's take a look here. All right, they do want this one right here. And you've got abundance. Yay, card number 38. So I love this beautiful card. It reminds me of course, like the Empress or the Queen of Pentacles. And we'll put that right here. And let's see here what she brings in here for you. So the Hunter Moon, it says, take advantage of this time of abundance. It is all around you. Possibility and opportunity are everywhere. You're open and responsive to the abundance around you. And there is enough for everyone. A little affirmation for the card is, I am abundant and I am surrounded by opportunity. The Hunter Moon is the traditional moon of plenty. It's when game was at its most plentiful, so the people would not go hungry. And the moon was large and bright in the sky, and in some cases deep orange, and there was a great deal of light to go hunting well into the evening. And our ancient ancestors couldn't just go off to the supermarket to buy what they needed to eat. Meat didn't come on trays wrapped in plastic. Eggs were gathered. Warm clothing was made from the skins of the same animals that were hunted for meat. Nothing was wasted. This abundance was part of a cycle just like any other. It wasn't present all the time, so this time of the year was to be taken advantage of while the going was good. The barrenness of winter would soon return. Hunters had to be prepared. They had to have their weapons ready and their tracking skills honed. As modern people were less used to these natural cycles of plenty and barrenness because most of us have stepped away from growing food and the natural environment. However, these cycles are still there, even if we are not part of them consciously. This moon normally rises in October in the Northern Hemisphere, and so was before the winter snows, which here we are. This is the harvest moon that's coming in, right? I think we actually just had the harvest moon, or it's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But a companion stone for this is citrine. So I like this abundance, especially when mind and balance. I feel like we're talking here about the, balancing out of our mindsets around abundance, around lack, and really looking into those, beliefs that we have. And then, of course, we're going to dive deeper here. We got the Moonology Oracle cards coming in here. All right. So let's take a look here and see what else they would like you to know around this abundance and the balancing of things. Actually, I feel like they want this one right here. And we got the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, beautiful waxing moon. So we'll put that right here. And let's see what comes in with that one here. Oh, no, that's the waxing crescent. Actually, this might be in the back here. Yep, there it is. So during the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. And this card is very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you're most certainly on the right track. It's funny. All 4 readings have been about movement, putting things into action, move forward towards your dreams, move forward to balancing relationships, not investing everything outward, but really being true to your authentic self. There's been so much of that. And to attune to this moon energy is this affirmation of, I know I'm headed in the right direction. Additional meanings, this situation is full of potential. Your dreams can come true. More effort is yet required, and are you willing to give it? Renew your goals and ensure you're still committed. Keep moving forwards. Again, this message of keep moving forwards. And you do learn by this waxing moon, it says the waxing cycle is the period of the lunar cycle from new moon to full moon. And here we are at a new moon. And during this time, the moon appears to be slightly bigger and rounder every night. And this is a very empowered and empowering time. And this is a very promising card. It suggests now is the time to make plans and to act on them, no matter when you actually pull this card. So I love this energy coming in here. All this abundance, this very positive, and it feels like it's important to, with the mental battles, the fears that are coming in, it's like we get to choose every moment what story that we're applying to a situation. We get to choose. People, of course, have a lot of opinion on when something happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. But we're the ones that can move from a place of lack to this place here instead of focusing on abundance, gratitude for what is. So I really like that. And then we've got more moonology here. And this one is the Moonology Manifestation cards. So let's take a look here and see what else they have here for us. All right, so this is the one here. Take a breather. Last quarter moon in Cancer. So we'll take a look here. Let's see what this brings in here. Here we go. So sometimes situations start with much promise and they get fatigued or fizzle out. And this is normal. If a situation is dragging on and everyone is becoming far too sensitive, it might be time to take a breather. Is this still what you want? If a situation is slipping away from you, it could be due to self-doubt or because too many people are trying to get their own way. If you're struggling to find balance with a VIP in your life or a personal or professional connection, it may be time to show your feelings. To make the most of this manifestation energy, there could be a clash here caused by everyone wanting to be the leader. So give the situations some air. So some of the mental conflict, Cancer being, ruled by the moon energy, with all this moon, of course, all this moon energy we're talking about, bringing some emotion in, helping balance the mind and the emotions. A lot of the readings that we've had up to this point, 1 through 3, have been about kind of balancing the heart and the mind. And I feel like bringing in the heart here allows you to give your mind a rest and allow the heart to have a seat at the table. The manifesting mindset that you can have here says you need to stop and revive. Emotional fatigue is as dangerous as physical fatigue if it becomes long-term. So see the beauty in life to refresh your heart. I also feel like they're saying that, mental fatigue is also as dangerous as physical or emotional fatigue. So the manifesting magic that you can bring in around this energy says these crystals work especially well for the sign of Cancer, which are Amazonite, blue apatite, rose quartz, red jade, moonstone, or jasper. You can choose one and hold it while you meditate, visualizing a glowing green light swirling around you. And alternatively, you can keep your crystal close by as you work through your situation, or use 5 or 6 of those stones to make a crystal grid. And your manifestation affirmation for this card is, love is all there is, and I am love. Wow, that's powerful too. That does help bring in this wonderful, wonderful balance. We're also going to pull from the numerology guidance cards here. And let's see what else they want to bring in here around your mind and your mental battles. All right, so what else? What else? All right, so this is the one here. And you got domestic harmony. So here's the harmony coming in, the peace of mind, the balancing here. So let's see here what this brings in. So this card does indicate a time of healing your relationships and your home. And this may relate to a troubled relationship with a child, a family member, an ex or current partner, a house guest, or a roommate. Could even relate to problems you've had with the actual house itself. Either way, this card has been sent to advise you that your difficulties are being resolved and domestic happiness is within your reach. Yeah, this balancing energy is so perfect. With Libra energy too, it is all about relationships, etc. And if you check out my Moon Day Monday video, I go into the Libra energies and how to make the most of your new moon wishes too. This card can indicate a time to make a commitment to your present relationship by declaring your love and your desire to take things to a new level. Can also reveal a need to commit to your present residence by extending your lease, deciding not to sell, or making the necessary improvements to turn it into your perfect home. Regardless, this card is encouraging you to make a commitment rather than walk away. So in order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward domestic harmony and peace. Remember, there is no such thing as the perfect relationship, family, or home. Domestic harmony can only be achieved with effort, compassion, and compromise. By improving your relationships and your home, you will improve your quality of life. And the affirmation for this card is, I have happy, harmonious relationships within my happy, harmonious home. So I like that, the balancing of things coming in here, and this abundance that all is indicated by when we focus on what we do want, what we are grateful for, it grows, it happens. That's where harmony comes in. When we're constantly looking at what is falling short, either in someone, a situation, or whatever, we feed that, and that grows, and that expands. And who wants to be told how they're failing all the time and being pointed out what isn't going well, or what we're failing at, right? What we're falling short in, instead of focusing on what we're grateful for in someone and even communicating that. Wow, what a difference that can make, right? All right, and then we're going to hear with the Dream Raven Tarot. I'm going to see what else. What else do they want you to know here around your mind and any mental battles or anything about balance? Okay, so they do want these two, and then this one here, and then this one here, and these two are what are going on below the surface here. So let's just get these all scooched over, and we'll start with this one over here. Yeah, Two of Cups. There we go. Balancing of relationships, emotional choice too. The Two of Cups is with every moment we have a choice, like we're talking about the mental choice. We also have the emotional choice, which, tells us that we are able, every moment is simply a choice between fear of losing conditional love and unconditional love. And so when we choose a higher vibration, we get more higher vibrational things that come in. If we choose lower vibrational emotional choices, we draw more of that towards us. So I feel like that's part of this power coming in here, is this realization that we get to choose the energy that we expand upon here. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. This is dreams come true, emotional fulfillment, again, kind of joy. When we focus on feeling these emotions, then that's what we bring in. That's what we attract to us. That's what comes our way. I like this. It's like balancing this energy. Yeah, and here's the five. So I swear that I think this Five of Swords has shown up in every single reading, which is exactly what I was talking about earlier. The battle between the head and the heart, and that part of all this is giving our heart a seat at the table, but the heart doesn't rule. It's a wonderful balanced energy, all this Libra balanced energy of nice balanced scales. If we're too much mind and too little emotion, our heart isn't happy. We're just doing things that seem logical and we're checking off a list, right? If our heart is totally in control, we might be doing foolish things that are not for our benefit, but our heart goes, I don't care, I want to go this, So this wonderful balance between logic and heart, between heart and mind, is indicated, and I like that throughout all these readings here. Yeah, we got the Fool card. This is going forward without a lot of expectations. The Fool card is the first card in the major arcana, and it follows the World card, which is the last card, of course, in the major arcana, and it's about leaving behind old cycles and the start of a new one. More free of expectations, free of the lower vibrational fear. So as we're focusing each moment, both on the mental, the emotional, the energetic, and the physical actions, on higher vibration, it's more free. There's not these have to, supposed to, should to, need to, have to, musts, whatever, of the lower vibrational fears. If I don't do these things, then it means I'm unlovable, blah, blah, blah. This is this free, like a 2-year-old having this awe and wonder of life instead, this abundant feeling that comes in without having life defined by so many things, right? Yeah. And the Ace of Swords. Capital T, truth, seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away the thoughts and the beliefs that no longer serve us. This is the freedom of those fears. So those are exactly what I was just talking about. I love it. And then you have Temperance. Well, here's the Balancer, of course. The Balancer, everything unfolds. It does take time, and just this movement going back and forth, the alchemy that happens is the trusting during that time too. Not, time can take away our abundance, right? When we feel like something is supposed to be done by a certain time, like in a certain time in my life, I'm supposed to be married and have a certain amount of kids and a home and this job and this possessions, this much money, blah, 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 blah. It makes life feel so lower because we feel like we're not meeting those expectations. We feel life is falling short and lack, instead of this freedom that comes in. So if you have expectations that are down here, and this is what life has given you, you have all this abundance, right? But if you have all these expectations of what life should be up here, we're always living in lack and falling short. So when we cut away all those expectations, we do feel this life full of abundance. So I love that for you. So there is this freedom, this change of mindset that's coming in here over the next 6 months that allows you to see and be grateful for the abundance that does exist in your life. And as you cut away all of these beliefs that we just took on growing up, and you're free to make your own choices, to step into your power of choice as you go through these days. So I love this for you. And just remember, as you're going through this journey, that every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. And if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It tells me you're enjoying these free videos, and also tells YouTube, and they'll bring you more of that content. It does help my channel. So that is it for now. So until we chat with each other again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care. And if you chose reading number 5, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this one is going to be about the body, about the, your physical body, because the Libra energy does roll over the adrenal glands, the buttocks, diabetes, sugar levels, and kidneys. So that could be emphasized during these next 6 months. But this will be overall for the body as well. Anything else they want you to know? So let's take a look here and see where we're starting off here. All right. We are right here, and let's see what we got here. Ooh, bodily pleasure, card number 18. It's not that kind of channel. So let's take a look here and see what's going on. That's too funny. All right. So are you taking life too intensively or too seriously? The time has come to call in the pleasures of life. Seek light-heartedness at this time. Focus on what would make you happy. Schedule in activities that you find pleasurable. And the manifestation or the affirmation for this card is, I open myself to the pleasures of life. And it says, in our search for a better life, something happened along the way. We forgot how to find real pleasure in what we do rather than just being diverted from the everyday. Life can be overwhelming, and our rational minds seem to need every available minute of our time to be able to cope with its demands. Pleasure has taken a back seat, or there's a pattern of it now forming destructive tendencies, such as binge drinking rather than simply having a wine or two with friends. A big part of pleasure is letting go. And this does not mean surrendering or giving up. It simply means handing over all of our administration, stress, and worries for a time and immersing ourselves in something joyful. When we don't allow ourselves to experience pleasure, whether in the form of laughter, play, sensuality, or the development of skills, we remain less than whole and feel a wanting. No fun actually makes us dull indeed. Over time, we are much less effective in our emotional and work lives if we do not experience regular doses of pleasure. Our ancient ancestors knew the importance of pleasure in the forming of a healthy mind, body, and spirit. There were gods and goddesses dedicated to happiness and pleasure of life, such as the Egyptian goddess Hathor. The temples of Hathor were joyful places, full of songs and beauty. There were even small temples placed in her honor outside other major deities' temples so that people could be in a happy and contented mental mood before entering to worship. The Egyptians clearly believed that having a positive or relaxed state of mind assisted in having a positive spiritual connection. The companion stone for that is turquoise, and I love that. Because if you ever look up fight or flight, whenever we are too serious and we're in kind of fear mode, our body shuts down its immune system. It shuts down, its digestive system. It floods the body with a bunch of adrenaline, all this kind of stuff, which is the adrenal gland. But, it impacts us, right? And it doesn't allow our body to be the perfect, amazing self-healing machine that it is. So I like that coming in here. There's this energy of this is how it impacts our body. having joy, choosing joy, 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 joy as much, and being less serious, 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 and in fear is actually more healthy. So I like that. And then we're going to dig more here through these Moonology Oracle cards. See what else they'd like you to know around your physical body during these 6 months. Nope, none of those. Okay. What else for the physical bodies? All right, that's the one right here. Yep, new moon in Leo. I think we had the full moon in Leo at the beginning, but it's confidence is your key to success. This Leo, fun, fiery moon energy too. Let's see what comes in here with the new moon in Leo. So this card heralds the start of a new cycle for you. Well, we have a new moon. We all talked about this. When you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. And if you want someone's attention, this card says it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, can herald good news or a new start for your children. I like that. Tune to the moon. Make time for fun. You can't make it up. So this is about fun, this childlikeness, right? Additional meanings, it's time for you to show the world what you've got, shine your light, have some pride, spoil yourself, you've earned it, and you might have turned someone's head. We learn from this moon that Leo is the sign of the big and the brave-hearted lion, of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card and the Leo new moon come in as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. And obviously, have fun. Joy, joy, joy. I love this. And then we're also going to dive in here through the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. And let's see what else we have here. This is the Manifestation Moonology. All right. Same beautiful Yasmin Boland, but let's see what this one brings in. Look, full moon in Libra, find balance. So here we have the moon in Libra with the moon in Libra. This is the full moon, which the other one, of course, we're in the new moon in Libra for this one. But I love this balancing energy definitely coming in here. You can even see the person back here if you didn't see him. They're standing over here with the scales. Focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable. We all need to look after ourselves, right? This card can suggest that you need to find a balance between what you need versus what someone else needs. You can walk a mile in their shoes, and once you understand where they're coming from and why, you can take action. If you've been through a worrying time, including regarding your health for your body, right? This card reminds you to find the right people for help. Make up your own mind about your situation rather than being too influenced by others. To step into this manifesting balance, find a balance between your own needs and what you do for others. So this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, really focusing on joy, focusing on what you need for you. The manifesting mindset for this energy says, remember that we're all co-creating, so getting other people on your side by being understanding is a win-win. And you can have a manifesting ritual for opening your heart. Add jasmine essential oil to your diffuser. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Call in Lakshmi I probably mispronounced that, the magnificent Hindu goddess associated with love, abundance, and beauty, among other things. And ask her to open your heart and fill you with love, kindness, and gratitude. The manifestation affirmation is, there is love all around me, and I am lovable. I like that. Beautiful, perfect energies. And then we're going to pull here from the Oracle of the 7 energies and see what else they want you to know here regarding your health and your body during the 6-month period. But obviously there's this energy of joy, celebration, gratitude. Raise your love vibration. It brings your body into a place of that's open for receiving healing and for it to do what it's needing to do, right? And you've got a higher view, card number 41. Just zero in there so let you see the beauty of that card. So put that here. And let's see what this energy brings in for you. So the energy of this card is about seeing from a higher perspective, conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, and the ability to remain unbiased, right? Again, balance, right? Sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the end of our noses and we can't see beyond ourselves. And this happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you're able to step back and get a little distance. You can wait before responding. Be more graceful in your interactions and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. Wow. Dancing, there's joy, celebration, seeing things from a higher perspective, looking at the vibration and kind of not sweating the small stuff. The small stuff disappears the higher we get, right? It's like sitting on the moon and looking down and, everything seems a lot smaller and I saw this meme that showed like the entire solar system. And of course, there's this little, line that goes to, you can't even see the planet because, the sun, you can't even see the sun. It's so small. And it's like saying something like, you're here and they got your coffee order wrong. It's like, what does that matter in the whole scheme of everything? And that's kind of like I feel is coming in here. And then we're going to pull from the Dream Raven Tarot. See what else they want you to know about your body during this period here. Okay. I feel like that one's here. This one's here. This one's here. What else? All right. Those two there, and then I feel like you get also, and these are the things that are going on underneath the surfaces of those here. So we'll take a look here. So you got the Four of Swords. Here's peace of mind, which is talked about here. Letting a lot of the fears go in, and it usually they have someone sleeping on the Ace of Swords, which is seeing things from a higher perspective, a higher view, allows you to cut away the fears and not have so many that are causing this angst, causing this boiling up on the inside. Yeah, and here's the balancing. Six of Pentacles, the balance of the outside world. We just are really seeing this wonderful, the 4 and the 6 are even numbers. There's this balancing of the scales. There's this balancing. And this is saying that when you balance your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, it rolls out to the outside world and allows you to have these feelings that are, like I said, there's like this balanced sense of your mind and your world, and it makes you realize how much you are blessed and how much you're able to give to others too. The Six of Pentacles is like this wonderful sense of having a ton of abundance that comes into your life, and you're able to give to a lot of people too. So I like that. Let's see what's going on below the surface here though. Yeah, the Tower and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So balancing of things in the Tower. So this does say that over these 6 months, there are some things that get removed out of your life that help balance things. And that does come into play. Sometimes, we have to make tough choices and we're like, well, I don't know what I want to get rid of because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I've got all this stuff and I don't know what to let go of. And then something happens and removes stuff out of our life, which allows us, it's like the decisions are made for us that make it easier for us too, and help bring in the balance. So I feel like that's what's coming in with those cards there. So what else we got over here? Yep, Knight of Swords. Here we go. Movement of thought and belief and mindset. Again, here's that Ace of Swords message that's coming in. So important to see things from a higher place, from the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, that eternal love that we have. It allows us to cut away fears. And that's such a huge piece here that helps us. Like I said, keeps us out of fight or flight mode, and it allows our body to do so much more healing. And here's the Star card. Wishing upon a star, hope, dreams come true, and this is connecting to our higher self too. Again, seeing things from that higher perspective of the spiritual realm. But it's Aquarian energy. It is about this wonderful, like I said, hope and and it is about balance too. Usually there's like 7 stars on it, which is the balancing of the chakras, which the balancing of life is all coming in here. I mean, balance is a huge piece of all this, find a balance right off the bat there. And we've got the Moon and the Two of Wands, again, balancing where we're investing our energy in each moment. And we've got the Moon, Mother Luna. So definitely focusing this beautiful Moon energy within ourselves, right? Focusing this emotional power, this emotional energy of the moons that are coming in. And if you don't check out my every Monday I have a Moon Day Monday, where I talk about the moon energy of the week and any other kind of planetary energies that are standing out that Spirit nudges me to talk about, and that can help us understand the flow and the wave of these emotional energies that come through in our lives, and that allow us, to, instead of react and go into fear with them, we understand it's happening. Like I had a friend once that called me up and they were like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And I don't know why, I just feel anxiety. I have like all this emotion and I just feel like it's going overboard. And I go, look out your window. And they look out their window like, oh, the full moon. I go, yep. And they're like, oh, okay, that's all I needed. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Because they were like, knowing what was at the root of why they were feeling the feelings they were, allowed them to like go, okay, I'm not freaking out anymore. I didn't have fear around it. They had understanding around it. So I like that. All right. And I love this journey for you. And just know as you're going throughout each and every second of this beautiful, healing, transformative energy, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, And of course, I love you too. And if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to give them a thumbs up. That tells me that you're enjoying them, tells YouTube that you are as well. And then it encourages them to bring you more of the same. And then I know that it is helpful for you as well. So that is what they have for you. Until we meet again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care.